Salute everybody. This is Lawrence D. Adams. Let's get it going. Today we are live. I'm in the place to be. I know I'm a little late. Had to get here. Had a couple conversations to take care of. Salute to everyone. This is Lawrence D. Adams. You should be able to hear me clearly. Let me know if you're in the chat room. You can hear me clearly. You can hear me loud and clear. I'm gonna pull my cam up in a second, but I am live in location. Actually, back where I was at a certain location in a certain place. Come on with the game, LDA. Just go. All right. Salute to everyone. This is the one and only Lawrence D. Adams in the place to be. Shout out to everyone. Let's get this game going today. I'm excited. I am so excited to see people coming in, talking about it. Let's get it going today. And we're going to talk about it today. If you missed Wednesday, it was only on YouTube. We talked on Wednesday about the mindset, but we're going to talk about it today because I want everybody to get their mindset together. The mindset is vitally important when it comes to the game. I'm going to pull my cam up in a second. Just probably trying to find a location to sit down at. But I might probably walk around in a minute. But let's get going. But this is Lawrence D. Adams, where spirituality and the game combines. You have the thinking class. Not just the thinking class, but the being class. So I want you to be all you can be. So we're going to get it going. Love him. Good to see you, Yahoo. Good to see you, OG Speaker. Good to see you, B-Boy Red. Good to see you. Good to see everyone here. Let's get this thing going. Salute to everyone. This is Lawrence D. Adams. I'm so excited today. Man, I'm so excited. I'm trying to find a good location I can sit down and actually get going. But today we're going to talk about the mindset. Mindset, the game. We understand over here the way we describe game. I want to make sure we're on the same page. I'm going to have to repeat it later on in this broadcast. But when we talk about game, we're not talking about manipulation. We're not talking about taking advantage of somebody. We're talking about what? Strategy, moving from one point to the next point easily and effortlessly. The game is just not predicated to getting women. Game is a part of life. If you do not play the game, the world will play the game on you. And as I always say, I've always said it here and I'm continuing to say it here. You got to realize that the first game you must play is with yourself. You must be like a little child and be able to play the game by yourself. So when you go out into the real world, you can play the game as a master. So this is what we're going. I want to make sure I lay down the groundwork. So ain't no one's saying, oh, he didn't say it right, he didn't do this right, he didn't do this LDA. What are you talking about? I want to make sure you understand that. The first game that you must play, that you must participate, is the game with yourself. Why do I say that? Because you realize that the only game there is the game. Let me make sure this don't get my chain. It do has my chain. I don't want it to get my chain. But you realize that the only game that you have in this real world, excuse me, guys, is the game that you play with yourself. Sorry about that. That you play with yourself. And I dropped the mic again. Let me grab this mic again. I almost walked away with it. That the game that you play with yourself. Let me say that again. That the only game that you play out there is the game that you play with yourself. And that's why we're going to the prerequisites of game. Does not start when you talk to a woman. Does not start with the business deal. It does not start when you get out there. The first game starts when your mindset. What do I mean mindset? Your mindset is how you think, how you process, how you perceive, but most of all, how you see yourself. So when I'm talking about mindset, don't come up here talking about everything else. I'm laying down the law. What I mean by mindset. What I mean by mindset is how you process things, how you perceive things, and most of all, how you see yourself. What is your mindset. Some of us, as I said Wednesday, we know the game in theory, but you have a mindset of a simp, and you would never go into the pimp. So let me say that again. Game starts with mindset. You can learn all the theory, you can learn all the things, but until you have the right mindset, it will not work for you. I don't care what you heard, what you said. I don't care who's teaching it, even me. If you don't have the right mindset, and this is the thing that robs many men and women. Oh, as a man thinks, so is he. Right. This is what robs a lot of men and women, is that they have the wrong mindset and they wondering why they're getting the wrong results. So let me get that again. The right mindset when it comes to the game. The right what mindset when it comes to the game. Let me find somewhere I can be stationary and I can sit down. So you got to be able to think, process. That's why it's called the thinking class. The mindset. Your mindset is everything. Let me tell you. Let me sit down and find a spot to sit down under these cameras, the security cameras, so they can see me what I'm doing. Years ago. That's why. There we go. I can stop. That's why it's so important that you careful of what you listen to on these social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, church, temple, mosque, whatever, because they're giving you a mindset that may not be conducive for where you need to be. So the game starts with the mindset. If you do not have the right mindset, you will fudge up everything around you. I remember I had the mindset that it took a lot of money to go on vacations and do different things. And so what happens is anytime that I had to go on vacation or do anything to travel, my perception of traveling was hindered. Why? Because my mindset stopped me. Some of you are stopping at limitations because your mindset says that you can't go any further. Some of you are not winning in relationships, dating, business, and anything else because your mindset is actually stopping you. It ain't the devil, it ain't God, it is you. Let me say that again. Let me help somebody because everybody want to blame everything on the devil. And the devil's like, hey, I ain't even do nothing. I'm just here. It ain't the devil, it ain't God, it's your mindset. That's why it says, let this mind be in you that was in Christ Jesus, who thought it not robbery to be equal with God. What do? You got to put on the mind. Why am I saying put it on the mind? Why am I going over this? Why do I want you to get this? Because this is the key. This is the key to elevate you to the next level. Ain't nobody going to elevate you. If you're looking for something in the sky to elevate you, it ain't going to happen. If you're looking for a white man, black man, Chinese man, or, I don't care what man, they're not going to elevate you. It's going to start in your mind. When you pick yourself up and say in your mind, I got to do better, everything around you has to do better. Your game is not going to change until you change who you say you are you change your name on the inside. Let me say that again. Your game is not going to change until you change your name on the inside. Some of y'all got the name of loser, simp, no good, broke, disgusted. I can't get it right. Women don't like me. I'm too skinny. I'm too fat. I'm too tall. I'm too short. My beard ain't right. I don't got the right speech. I don't know what to say. It is you. It is you. I know people ain't gonna like that, but it is what it is. Let me see what Justin. Devil can sit back and do nothing. Humans will do just fine, bringing themselves down. Facts. Let me say that again. The mindset is you have to change your name. What I'm saying, change your name, your internal name. Change how you see yourself. Well, it just happened to me when I was younger, and this and this and that. No. I gave some clear instructions on Wednesday. Your goal is not to try to mother go through all the stuff that happened to you in the past. Everyone has stuff that happened to them in the past. But what you have to do is put on a new name. What do I mean a new name? A new mindset. What do I mean a new mindset? A new way of thinking. Some of you may have to just go into a different atmosphere, a different environment. You need to be around different people, because what happens is the people that you are around right now are keeping you in the same mindset because you keep identifying as them. Let me tell you something. Let me give some real life situation. When I was in between jobs, when I was down in Atlanta, Georgia, what I would do is, and I said this before, I would go down to Phipps Plaza, which is the high-end mall with Louis, Coach, Saks and all that. And what I would do is I would go to the restaurant there, sit out on the patio, and I didn't have a lot of money at the time, and I would get some tea and a biscuit. I made sure that I had a dress shirt on and some slacks and some shoes, and everything was shining. Why was I doing that? I was washing my consciousness on my mindset of how I see myself and where I belong. I still do that to this day. Why was I washing? That means I was saturating my mind with the environment that I seen on the inside to match the environment on the outside. There's the Bible right there. And it says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove that which is the good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Romans 12:2. That was the first scripture my father ever taught me. So what I would do is I would sit down in Phipps Plaza with all the other people who had money and said, I belong here. Why did I do it? Because I had to get my mindset correct. My mindset was College Park, because that's where I live at. Environmental cleansing. Wow, I like that. So my mindset was that of College Park. And then you know anything about College Park and Camp Creek, you already know. But I had to get the mindset of Phipps Plaza, of luxury, of fine things. Why? Because what I wanted to do, let me get you about this mindset. It wasn't the environment I was trying to get changed. It was I wanted the inside to match the outside. Make sure you get this clearly. I wanted my inside environment to match my outside environment. Let me say that again. It wasn't the other way around. I wanted my inside environment to match my outside environment. Some of y'all, the reason why you're not winning and things are not, your inside environment don't match your outside environment. So I had to make sure my outside environment matched my what? My inside environment. Because I said about faith without works is dead. Faith starts where? Not in doing something, but what you do on the inside. What are the same? I'm close to master this level, but I need help. Last week you said you go off on a tangent and you had to reel it back in, but I have trouble doing that when I get distracted. Or what are you saying? What are some of the mental exercises to strengthen that mindset? So good question. So what are the mental exercises to get back on track? So what you do is, I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you the simple. It's not even complicated, and it's so simple. It's easy for me to get back on track when I go on a tangent. Let me say that again. I want you to get this mindset. It's easy for me to get back on track when I go off on a tangent. It's easy for me to get back on track when I go off on a tangent. See, when you put that on, that this is your mindset, I can give you 10,000 exercises. It doesn't matter. Until you see yourself as the person who goes back on track when you have a tangent, none of the exercises will work. Till you see yourself that you are the person who gets back on track when you go back go on a tangent. None of the exercises and none of the blue, yellow pill, green pill, none of the mechanisms will work until you realize that you have to embody that that your mind, that you have control of your mind. Let me say that again. You have to say, I am the person. Yes, I go on a tangent, but I able to pull my mind at any time back on track. Do you see how what I just did? The problem is you have all the exercises. I can give you 5 points. Somebody else can give you 6 points. They can give you Bible verses. They can give you the Quran. They can give you this. They can give you that. But until you become the person who knows how to get, until you embody being the person that knows to go on a tangent and bring back, none of the exercises are working. Never work. This is where I failed at, and that's what I don't want you to fail at. You have to become the person. That's what I'm saying, mindset. You have to, I am the person. Let me help you get a little bit more personal. I am the person who what? Who may go off on a tangent, but I know how to bring myself back on track. That means the power is not on the minds on you getting distraction. You are the person who brings the power back. You're the one who's controlling your mind. This separates you from everyone else. Now back to my point with the Phipps Plaza. When I would go to Phipps Plaza, what I would do is I would go there to get my consciousness to match my environment. When my environment were matching, it was like an energy that happened. So the environment began to confirm what was already inside of me. Let me say that again. My environment was confirming what was already inside of me. That's why I can't go to a lot of hood places, because that's not my environment on the inside. I can't go to a lot of places that, everybody getting crunk and doing, I got a time limit. My timer go off. Why? Because that's not the environment on the inside. What do I mean by the environment on the inside? That's not my mentality. And since that's not my mentality, guess what? They know I don't fit there because it doesn't fit who I am on the inside. That's why I'm saying the game starts first on the inside. Anybody else can sell you steps, do this, do that, and do this, and they can give you plan that play and play. That's good. But until you embody that that's who you are, your steps and your do follow this and do that will never work, because you're gonna feel like it, and you're gonna have imposter syndrome. You're gonna feel like you're faking. You know why you're gonna feel like you're faking? Because you have not became that. That's why I'm saying the game starts in the mind. It starts in the mind. When you realize that the game starts in the mind, and that the only game that you play is with yourself, that everyone else are just what? As we said last week, are just pieces at one big chess game. It changes everything. You might think, why is LDA hammering this? Why does he keep talking about mindset? Because at the end, if you get the mindset correct, the proper mindset is that you are what you are that which you're desiring. See, everybody wants tricks and ponies. And tell me 5 steps how to get this girl. Show me how to do this. That worked, but until you become it, it didn't gonna work. It's plain and simple. I've been doing this too long. 2007. I done seen ups and downs. I done see people come and go. I done seen trolls come and go. I'm telling you, I done see even hoes come and go. The reality of it is, those who last the longest have the right mindset about themselves and everyone around them. So it starts with mindset. When you have the correct mindset in the game, everything else, it's just an afterthought. If this is making sense to you, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Let me know. Put a number 1 in the chat room. You picking up what I'm putting down. It starts in mindset. That's why you can say no one can stop you. No one can hinder you because you have the mindset that I am a winner. Who can stop God? Who can stop God? I was in the weight room today and I was pushing through, trying to, pull up the weights. And the only limit that I have wasn't my body, but it was my mind. Let me say that again. I was pushing the weight up. Ah, ah. And I realized I can do more. It wasn't my body, it was my mind saying, you need to stop. It wasn't my body. Thank you, Sarisa. Please, good to see you. It wasn't my body. It wasn't my body that was saying stop. It was my mind. That's why I'm saying the game starts in your mind. The reason why I'm saying that, sometimes I'm a loosely losing example. Um, Sometimes, and I'm gonna say this because I know this will resonate with something. Sometimes you're the mindset of a city you may have to leave. Sometimes you have to leave the mindset of a city so that you can go into another city and embrace its mindset. So you got to realize that your mindset is key. And you got to realize there are things in this world who want to hinder your mindset from you being the best version of who you are. Is things out there designed so that you cannot be the best version of who you are. There are systems in place to make sure your mindset never that was systems in place that was trying to stop you from what? Moving forward. I see you, young OG speaker. Good. It's your mindset. And let me make sure I emphasize this again. Mindset means the way you process things, the way you perceive things, and most of all, how you see things. This is so important. Think about it. When a young man calls into a particular show, normally they have the mindset that they are not the prize and that they got to win the woman over. Let me make sure I'm in the right place. Many times, if you listen to some of the other channels, shout out to them, and you listen to some of the callers that come in, what gives them away is their defeatist mindset when it comes to women, when it comes to life, when it comes to dating, when it comes to things they want to do. It's normally their defeatist mindset that stops them from moving forward. It's not the game. They know the game, but they don't have a winner mindset. They have a loser mindset. So everybody then calls and get mad at the what? At the practitioner or the person that's giving the show, that's giving game, and say, hey man, your stuff don't work. It ain't right, man. What you saying is junk. You ain't true game. That's not it. It's the problem is the person who's hearing it has not changed their mind and they have not changed the perception of who they are. It's not that the game doesn't work because the game, let's be very honest. I'm gonna be very clear. The game is universal. It works whether you want to work it or not. The game works no matter what. It's universal. The problem is people who are used the game, as we already know, have not became the game, and they have not embodied the game. That's why you get mad at different people. Say they false teachers. They don't know what they're talking about. This preacher, this person, this imam, this person, no, 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 no. They want to blame everything on the outside of them. But if we were to do a further examination, we'll find out that their mindset is jacked up. They have a mindset of what? Of a loser. Man, I did this YouTube stuff and it ain't working. Your mindset. Man, I tried to talk to this girl and it didn't work. Your mindset. Man, I talked to this girl and she didn't call me back. Your mindset. Normally what stops people dead in their tracks, like it stopped me dead in my tracks today when I was lifting, was my mindset. Was my mindset. Why I didn't lift more. Why I didn't do more. Once I realized that, it changes everything on what I did. So what I'm gonna tell you what I did. What I did was I changed how much weight I've been normally lifting. Instead of listening doing 100, I did 150. Why? I mean 120. Why did I do that? I had to challenge my mindset past the point of saying I can only do 50 of these. I mean 100 pounds of this, and change it to what? I can do 120 easily. Was it a little tighter? Yeah, it was a little tighter. Did I have to challenge myself? But the only challenge there was in my mind. Once you realize this changes everything. This you realize how limitless you really are. This does not mean you go out there and just start being lawless, but you realize how limitless you are and how limited you have been in your mindset. I heard an example today. This lady been studying about how to, how to manifest money, how to get money. I gotta get money. I gotta get money. She needed money for something particular, but she had the mindset the only way that she can get money is by exchange. Let me say it again. The only way that she can get money was by exchange. So what the teacher told her was, stop thinking that the only way that you can get money is by exchange. Start thinking that you can get money. What? How? Anyway, any multiple ways. Yo, what's up? What's good, bro? What's good? It's good. Let me say that again. So the lady was so enamored that the only way that she could get money for her particular thing that she had to work for it or it had to be exchanged. But when she changed her perception just one slight bit and says, wait a minute, I could get money multiple thousands of ways. Guess what happened? Showed up. The money showed up. Why? Because she simply changed her mindset 1 degree for all my 7%ers. She changed her mind just 1 degree and the money showed up. Man, that ain't possible, man. I don't believe that, man. She changed her mindset 1%. Good to see you, Joe Blas. Good to see you, Shabba. She changed her mindset 1%, just and the money showed up. Sometimes reason why things are not working in your life is because, or the game is not working because you need to change your mindset 1% to the left and watch what happens. 1% to the right and see what happens. Many times what's hitting us in the game, I can say myself too, is good to see you, salute, Black. What's hinder us in the game is our own mindset about the game. That it needs to work a certain way. That you got to say you did. That you got to say, you know what I'm saying. You got to wear your hat to the side, or you got to have on a suit. You got to have on a tie. No, 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 no. Those are all outward adornments. When you have the right mindset, the game becomes your tool. Let me say that again for those in the back of the room. When you have the right mindset, the game becomes a tool that you use. You stop seeking the game and you start having the right mindset so that you can use the tool of the game. That's all. The game is just like money. It's just a tool. But when you have the right mindset, the game becomes a tool that you use. Because I already told you that the game is strategy. Let me help you out again. Let me help you out again. The game becomes a tool in the mind or in the hands of the person who have the right mindset. Let me say that again. The game becomes a tool in the hands of the man or the woman who has the right mindset. Let me give a shout out to Black right here. He's always been, shout out to you. He listened to the playback. He's always giving. He's always cash out. I want to make sure I give a shout out to my brother right here. Always giving, always participating. Appreciate you. Love it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. But let me make sure you get this right quick. The game is just a tool in the hands of the man or the woman who have the right mindset. The problem ain't the game. Now, you know what I'm about to do. What time is it? I'm going to start as one. Let me do this. So the copy. It's just a tool. And now guess what? Those who have the right mindset use the tool masterfully. But let me help somebody, because I hear this conversation going on in my mind for someone. What about masculinity? What about manhood? What about that? When you embrace the mindset that you are the right man, that you have the right amount of masculinity, that you are the right man, things around you begin to change. I'm talking to somebody. When you embrace that you are the right man, that you have the right mindset, and stop looking and embrace that you are the right man. You are the right person. You are the right man. When I wasn't showed everything, no more going over what happened in your past. You are the right man right now. When you embrace the mindset and the being that you are the right man, I you know what? This what happens when you embrace that you are the man, that you have enough masculinity, that you have enough game. What happens is you begin to open the doors around you and it begin to pour like rain on you. Some things will not open to you because your mind is too closed. Now I'm giving I gave a link right there if you want to come up and talk a little bit about what we talking about. Nothing else. Don't talk about your grandma. She made cookies. Don't tell me about auntie with the beard. I don't want to be talking about that. Talk about what we're talking about today. When you realize you have the right mindset now. Some of y'all need this. Y'all need to, I'm gonna say it. You need to man up and say, I got the right mindset now. I am that man. I am that dude. When you do that, it's going to change everything around you. I told you I'm not for everyone. I'm not this show, this class is not for everyone. It's not for everyone to listen to. Everyone cannot digest it. Matter of fact, I don't even want everybody here. But I put the link in there. If you want to come up, hit the link. Let's come up, let's chop it up about what we're talking about. Because I want you to get the importance of having the right mindset. When you have the right mindset, the game becomes a tool that you use. When you play chess, you're playing a game. But what makes a winner at the chess game is the person who has a mindset that he's going to win. See, we've been putting so much emphasis on the game that we haven't been putting emphasis on the right mindset of the person using the game. Let me say that again. We have been putting so much emphasis on the game. Got to get the game. Game. G-A-M-E. G-A-M-E. Game theory. No theory. I'm a game. And we have been giving children keys to a car that they're not even able to drive. Let me say that again. We have been given, I'm guilty. We've been given the game to men and women who are not mature enough to handle it because they don't have the right mindset. We'll tell you to go do something, but you don't have the right mindset to execute, to use the tool correctly. And then we get mad because we think the guys or the ladies talking on here are bragging when they talk about the game, but we have not examined what kind of mindset that they have to use that game. I'm giving you the cheat code right now. If y'all don't want it, y'all want to hear it, y'all, I'm trying to give it to you. We've been wrong. I've been wrong. I'll say it. I've been giving you the game, but not giving you the right mindset. Well, it works for you, LDA. Why didn't it work for me? It works for Jono. It works for everybody else because we've been giving you the game without giving you the right mindset. Watch any other show. Watch them guys that go into the pineapple show. They can know the game, but if they don't have the insert of the right mindset, them women will eat those guys alive. Because why? They have the wrong mindset. They not only do they have the wrong mindset, they do not see themselves as winners. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And I ain't about to be flying no time soon. So I want you to get this. That's why I'm emphasizing your mindset. That's why I'm emphasizing what? Not just your mindset, but how you see yourself. Now, you want to come up, there's the link right there. You can come up, shoot the breeze, let's talk a little bit. I didn't put it out there. Don't be scared. You talk crazy, you know what happened to you. That's the difference. That is the difference between many of the people that you watch online. It's because they have the right mindset. When you have $1 million mindset, it's hard for you to be concerned about $1,000. When you have the right mindset, that's why it's imperative. When you use the game, that you have the right mindset. That's why I can say emphatically about these modern day women, sister, the problem is your mind and you're behind. I can say that emphatically. It's your mind and you're behind. And what happens is a lot of you guys have been trying to convert the woman's mind when she ain't ready. You're trying to give game to a woman whose mind is not open to receive your game or your mindset. I know I'm talking to somebody now. Many of y'all been trying to give game to a woman. You say, I'm gonna throw this game down here. What you're throwing is a mindset. And she's not down with your program. Why waste your program with a person who's not ready, who's not signed up for class? Why waste your program for a person who's not signed up for your class? I seen something today with DJ Envy, Charlemagne the God, Larry Elder, and I guess Taz. Immediately I couldn't take her, Taz. Probably a good woman, nice looking, whatever the case may be, but I couldn't take her mindset. Her mindset stunk to me personally. Probably a good woman, great commentary, but I couldn't take her mindset. That's why it's so important. Are you guys there? Y'all must be sleeping. I mean, I must be boring you guys. Let me end this then. You guys there? I see I got 11 people watching. Your mindset will either take you to the poorhouse or will take you to the rich house. Your mindset. If you guys are still there, let's put number one in the chat room because I'm making sure this thing is still on. Let me know in the chat room you guys are still there. Put a number one in the chat room. Let me know, guys. Let me know you're still there. All right, good. I was making sure. Just making sure. Okay, cool. I got buddies of mine who mindset still stuck on St. Clair. Good. That I like that name. That guy. I got a couple of buddies of mine, whose mindset has never left the street life or never left St. Clair, and they don't even know what it means to even leave the block. It bothers me because I've seen so many guys who have so much potential, so much stuff that they can do, but they never left. Their minds have never ever left the block. It's never they never left hanging around certain people. It's interesting. I think about Rich Paul. Rich Paul is around from where I. Rich Paul actually was around with my brother, my younger brother. Anybody know who Rich Paul is? He's LeBron's agent, LeBron James' agent, and he was around my brother. And to see the shift in mindset that he has, because I don't remember, to be honest with you, back then, to where he is now, he had to change his mindset to go further. He had to change his way of thinking. He couldn't think like they were thinking on St. Clair. Not saying that it was a bad thing, but it has to be some elevation. He used some of the things that he game tactics that he learned from on the streets or from St. Clair and applied them to where he was at now. But most of all, he had to change his mind. And I think what happens is everybody is so eager for success and wanting to make it and do everything, but they haven't changed their mind. They have not, we call it come to Jesus moment. They haven't had a reckoning in their minds to say, you know what? This ain't it. I was that person, but I'm no longer that person anymore. Let me say that again. Some mindsets you need to take to the cross so that you can have a resurrection. Some mindsets that you have, you need to take to the cross so that you can have a resurrection. Some mindsets that you have, you need to take to the cross so that you can have a resurrection. You know what those mindsets are, those things that it's just not working for you anymore. And I might be talking to myself, but I want you to really get this. When you have a defeatist or you have a mindset that only things work this way, it stops you from moving forward. Why am I so adamant about talking game? Game is just a tool. I think I did a whole show on that game was a tool. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that right there. You're lucky I'm not in my studio because I would have the church music going. Some of y'all need to have a what? A funeral for your own mindset. Some of y'all need to have a funeral for your own mindset. Well, I got to change this. I got to change that. No, today, I'm no longer thinking that way. I'm no longer that person. Let me make sure I emphasize this. I am the man. I like that. That guy. I am that man. Or for the women, I am that woman. I am the prize. Well, what does the prize mean? What do I need to do to be the prize? How do I do to change the prize? I am that person. That hit deep. Say a eulogy and then rest in peace. Peace. Some of the then you'll see that the game that you've been hearing will work completely different in your life. I promise you. I promise you. Why my game works so good at work? It's because of my mindset. Let me say that again. Why does my game work so well at work? It's because of my mindset. If I have the wrong mindset, I'll end up using the game the wrong way and hurting somebody. The reason why my mouthpiece is so cold is because I have the mindset. Let me tell you my process of thinking. Oh, I already got her. I'm just telling you what I think. I already got her. She's already done. She's done. So everything I say is coming from the place I already have her. Not from the place of getting her. I want y'all to get this. Get what I'm saying to you. I'm already finished. My mindset is I'm already finished by the time I start speaking to her. Y'all ain't getting this, man. When I'm doing a car deal, I already have the car. Why? When I went to go get my car down in Miami, I knew I was going to fly back with keys. I had the car already. I like that right there, Joe Blast. Facts. A lot of us have been more disingenuous to ourselves than any other person in the world. Correct. 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 Disingenuous to who? To yourself. But yeah, when I went down to Miami to pick up my car, I knew I was flying on the plane. I was gonna have keys in my pocket. I wasn't trying to think about it. Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. What do I do? What do I say? No, I already had in my mindset. My mindset. I'm rolling out this car dealership with a new car. I wasn't debating. I wasn't scared. I wasn't thinking. I didn't care about the money. I knew I was coming with the car. This separates you from everyone else. My mindset. So by the time I put the game down on them about what I wanted to happen with my car, it already began to work. I'm telling you, when it comes to certain business deal, I already know I got the deal. Why? Because my mindset is I've already did it already. I'm already at the end. This separate. Now, what did she say? Can't wait too long to change either. Can't wait too long to change. No, change starts. Change doesn't start yesterday. Change starts actually right now. It doesn't. See, if you're waiting for change, it never happens. Change starts right now. I'm telling you, this. See, the thing of it is, they've been teaching you all this game stuff, but they ain't teaching the mindset, and I'm guilty of it. So ain't nobody coming to, well, what the hell are you talking about? The mindset. When he comes into the bedroom, already done. Tapped out. She already tapped out. That's my mindset. Change starts now. See, this is the thing. We think change didn't happen yesterday. I gotta change this. I gotta change start now. I'm that person now. Stop thinking that you gotta have a certain feeling. I gotta feel some kind of way first, LBA. No, change start now. I am changed. Correct. You forget the feeling. Your feelings follow you, not you following your feelings. That's why y'all be missing the game, man. Your let me make sure I get this. Your feelings follow you, not you follow your feelings. Let me say that again. Your feelings follow you, not you follow. Well, I don't feel like. I didn't feel like going to the gym today, but I got my black self up and went to the gym and hit those weights. I love this because I'm gonna give. I love when you talk. I'm too busy being comfortable. I can change tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There's always the present. Actually, the future and the past are always is always an illusion. I hate to go deep like this. The future and the past are just illusions. There's always the present. When you were in the past, you were present. When you go to the future, you're going to be present. So the only thing that matters is really, when you come down really to it, is the present. That means I ain't saying you don't plan, don't get things together, but the real essence of it is present. I'm present. I didn't put the link. You're present now. That's why I'm saying change doesn't happen tomorrow. Change doesn't happen tomorrow. This is the thing. Let me, because everybody talking about change. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna really help you out. The moment that you decided that you changed, that's when you changed. Let me say that again. The moment that you decided that you have changed, you have changed. The problem is we try to look for evidence on the outside of us that we have changed. Let me say that again for those in the back of the stadium, back of the room. The moment that you have the they got a Rolls Royce. The moment that you have decided to change is the moment that you have changed. When you start looking for evidence on the outside of you to verify what's already taken in place, you have not embraced that you have changed. You cannot tell me my name is not Lawrence D. Adams. You can't convince me anything different. The moment you decide you have changed, you have changed. Thank you. The moment you decided to change, you have changed. Stop waiting to see evidence that you changed and just say, frozen. I know it froze. The moment you decide to change, you have changed. I should be back. I'm back. You guys can see me. Apologize for that. The moment you decided to change, it was the point that was the last one game over. I'm back. Y'all should be able to. That was game point. So the moment you decide to change, it's the moment that you have changed. Stop looking on the outside of you, looking for evidence that you have changed. You knew, Joe Bass, you knew you were a bodybuilder or that you were a gym rat. It's the moment that everything could change. The moment that I decided I was going to college, everything began to change. The moment that I decided I was going to marry this girl, everything around me began to open up. Let me help somebody because y'all, well, you're talking about marriage. Marriage is this and that. The moment I decided I was going to marry my son's mother, that's when everything began to change. I didn't, it didn't, it didn't happen on the outside. It happened on the inside. The moment I decided I was going to put a ring on it, I was going to put a ring on her finger, is when everything began to change. She noticed a difference. We dealt with each other different. Doors opened up for me to get a particular ring to get it made. Why? The moment I decided that I'm going to marry her. Then when things didn't work out, okay, The moment I decided inside of me first that no matter what, I'm gonna have to work with this, the mother of my children, and make it work for my sons, everything began to change in our relationship. The moment I decided that everything was going to work with the mother of my children, that we got to work together, everything began to change. The moment you decided that you're gonna stop catching the bus and that you're gonna get a car, money starts showing up, raises start happening, everything. Why? Because you change your mindset. You start walking in that path. Thank you so much, brother. Right there. Right. But the thing of it is, I didn't look on the outside for evidence. Get out of here, B. I didn't look on the outside. I didn't look on the outside for evidence. I looked for the evidence on the inside. The moment I decided, oh, I want that. I want that particular car. Oh, everything begins to change. Joe Blas will tell you. Oh, thank you so much. You can't have assets about the mindset. Nah, post down and say, no, this is what it is. The moment I decided, I'm gonna tell you, I'm helping you with the mindset. The moment I decided I'm gonna get my passport, everything began to change. Actually, the first time I got my passport, they rejected it because I owed money. The moment I paid the money, I got my passport. I'm being honest. I owe money from child support. Y'all can pretend like y'all want. You're gonna have all these phony people being up here not telling you the true game, how it really works on about mindset. But the moment I wrote, I said, nah, I'm getting my passport. The moment I wrote down that I'm getting my passport, and I said I'm getting it. First time that I put my money out, there was 150 some dollars. They took my money and they didn't give me the passport. I said, well, you owe money, Mr. Adams. I said, oh, okay. Let me figure out what I need to do to pay this money back so I can get my passport. I have my passport to this day. The moment I decided, I definitely understand that part. Don't look at for change outside. Look on the inside. It would appear. Yes, that's it. The moment you decide that this is who I am, this is how I'm going to rock, this is who I'm going to roll, this is who I want to deal with, it begin to change. It does not happen the opposite way. And that's where this will mess you up in the game because you're trying to use the game on the outside without using the game on the inside first. I'm telling you, the moment I decided, I'm going to tell you, even when I was staying in another place, I'm staying in a boarding house. Let's keep it 100. When I seen Mickey Mouse trying to cook, when I was trying to cook, I said, the hell was that? Me and Mickey Mouse are not going to be cooking at the same time. I seen another place I want to move into. I made sure I said I'm moving there. I didn't know anybody that lived there. I didn't know the landlord. I didn't know anything. I'm gonna move there. Guess what happened? I'm in that place. Found out that I had cousins that lived there. It's the moment I decided that this is it. Changed that my mindset. No, I got this. And I didn't tell anybody. I remember the time I crashed. I got into a car accident and jammed into got slammed into a tree. Got out of it, barely nothing hurt. And my passenger lady I was dating, she got a little hurt, bent up, whatever the case may be. But the moment I decided, I remember the day, it was on a Saturday. I said, I'm going to the auto mile. I'm catching the Uber. I'm coming back with a car. I'm coming back with a car. The moment I said, all right, I got into the Uber. Pay attention to what I'm saying, players and playerettes. The moment I got into the Uber, begin to chitty chat with the guy in it. I begin to chitty chat with the guy in the Uber. He said, "Yo, my dude work up at this particular place, at the Kia place." I said, "Man, I don't know. If you tell him who I am, tell him I sent you." I said, "All right." I go up there. to the Kia place. Walk in and say, I'm looking for this particular person. See the particular person. Guess what happened? We get to chit chatting. I knew his older brother. We went to school. They worked a deal with me. I drove with a car with no down payment. Drove out there with a brand new car. It's when you decide, your mind said, no, this is what it is, player. This is what I am. This is when everything began to change. I'm telling you how it worked. I'm telling you, when you have that mindset, when you resolve, no, this is what it is. I walked into the, remember, I decided I'm going to take an Uber to the, it's called an Auto Mile up in Cleveland. And they got a whole bunch of auto dealerships. Yup. Yup. Come on, you got it. As you walk the path, it lit up like the Billie Jean music video. Right. I'd say I walked there. I was like, listen. I got into the Uber, chatted that dude up. He said, I'm gonna take you to the Kia place. Asked for this person. Got in there, talked to that guy, knew his older brother. I started talking about alumni stuff, started talking about some game stuff and things like that. Boom. I drove up with the keys of a brand new car with no down payment. And bam, I was ready to go. The same thing when I seen Mickey Mouse in the boarding house where I was staying at. And I said, I cannot stay with Mickey Mouse. If y'all don't know what Mickey Mouse is, I'm trying to tell you he's a mouse. I can't deal with mouse in the house. The moment I decided, nope, I ain't living like that. I can't live that. This below me. Guess what happened? Doors begin to open up. Some things will not happen for you until you change your mindset, until you decide this is enough. What's the song? Enough is enough. Enough is enough. When you decide that this is enough. Till you decide, no, it's enough. Nope. I can't even do it. Till you decide that you ain't gonna deal with these type of women. For the women, you're not gonna deal with these type of men. You're not gonna settle this in your marriage. You're not gonna live in a particular place. When you make a decision, ain't nobody gonna make the decision for you but you. When you determine that this is enough. Some of y'all haven't gotten to a place where it has become enough. When it becomes enough for you, then everything changes. I'm telling you from real life. I'm telling you about the mindset that I have. And then the game that was executed afterwards. Let me say that again. It was the mindset first, and then the game that was executed. I knew the game, but I had to get my mindset together. The game and the mindset must work tandem together. Stop getting fooled out here about these jokers. You need game, you need mindset together, and then you got to execute. It's three parts. But the moment I get my mind together, I got a car. No down payment. I didn't even know my credit was that good. Credit was pristine when I decided that this is what I want. Same thing with the computer. Everybody know the thing. We needed, for this class, we needed a Mac Pro 10, Mac Pro. I think it was a Mac Pro with the M1 chip. When I decided that's what we need, what happened? Anybody in this class who would know, Joe Blast would tell you, we ended up buying that cash money. We didn't pray for it, we paid for it. If Joe Blast is still here, he'll vouch for it. Anybody who's been here a long time will tell you. When we got that Mac Pro, we did not pray for it. We did not beg for it. People gave yes. I went right to the store and bought that Apple bought that Apple MacBook Pro with cash. I didn't beg for it. I didn't cry for it. Paid cash. We decided that's what's needed to process to have the better show, better quality. Cash. Y'all can listen to everybody else. I'm talking about results now. And the results are inside of you. Joe Blast will tell you, he's still here because of the mindset. But this is Lawrence D. Adams. Thank you for listening. Join us Wednesday. Join us Wednesday And then join us next Friday at 12:55 as we continue this lesson. What about finding your mission and purpose? Oh, that's a good question. Hold on 1 second. Many times, your mission and your purpose and your passion is found in the things that irritate you. Let me say that again. Many times, your purpose, your mission, everything else is found in the things that irritate you. If you can't stand nappy hair and you can't stand people who can't dress right or people can't comb their hair right, you might be a barber. If you can't stand people who are overweight, you can't seem to get together, you might be a trainer. If you can't stand people who don't know how to wear the right shoes, you might be a shoesman. It's normally in the things that irritate you. I can't stand for people to be ignorant and not have the right mindset. Therefore, I have the thinking class. Can't stand for people not to have the game and not how to exercise it. That's why I teach the thinking class. It irritates me. Normally, your passion, your purpose, and your mission is found in the things that irritate you. You can't stand people who can't cook, and the food ain't seasoned right. I don't know why they put that together. You might be a chef. It's normally the things that irritate you. You want to find your purpose, your passion, things that irritate you. You can't stand people being homeless. You can't find a place to stay. You might be a realtor. You normally find your purpose and your passion. You want to know how Malcolm was able to do it? He couldn't see what irritated him. He's not seeing. Let me say that about Malcolm. So I've been studying Malcolm X. Malcolm X, why he was so passionate, so driven, the things he was doing was because he realized he couldn't stand the plight of black people and what they were, and he became passionate about it. It's normally, you want to find your mission and your purpose and your passion. It's normally tied on what irritates you. I can't stand weak, simpleton men. So my passion is to give the game and make them walk in masculinity. I can't stand women who do certain things. So my passion is to show them what true masculinity is so they can walk in their femininity. Your passion, I'll say this again, is tied up with irritation. What you can't stand, don't make no, you can say to yourself, that don't make no doggone sense. I can't understand why people are doing that. I can't understand why they can't figure that out. There's your passion. There's your purpose. Because your passion and your purpose is designed about what irritates you and your ability, your gifting to fix it. Say that again. Your passion and your purpose and what you're designed to do It's your ability to fix it. I'm trying to help somebody. So you asked me, well, how do I find my passion? How do I find my purpose? I could have given you 12 steps and told you everything. I'm gonna tell you the quick, easy, dirty way. What the hell? What irritates you? People got tired of walking around. Somebody got passionate about, we got to figure out how to build a car. That's what happened. Then they seen the Ford. They seen the Model T. Man, I don't like the Model T. Somebody got irritated with the Model T. Hey, man, we got to figure out how to change that. Guess what happened? Somebody built a different car. I don't like the Model T version. I want to build it faster. No, I want to build something for the family. It's the moment you get irritated with what's out there, is that you have passion. It's the fuel. It's the fuel that you need to change everything. Y'all don't hear me. I'm giving y'all straight game. You ain't gonna hear this nowhere else. You gotta do this test to figure out. You gotta take this test to figure out your passion and your purpose and your mission. You gotta do this. Take this test. You wanna find out your test? Find your passion, your purpose. Find out what irritates you. You can't stand people who speak incorrect English. It might be your thing to be an English teacher. Can't stand people who can't speak Spanish and they want to learn. You might want to learn how to be. You can't stand people who never travel anywhere. You might be a travel guide. You can't stand people who don't lift weights right. You might be a trainer. Find out what irritates you, because that's going to be the fuel that actually pushes you to solve it. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. That's why people who try to manufacture purpose, passion, and mission fail, is because they have not found something that irritates them. They have not found something that irritates them. It irritates me that men don't understand how to get women. Women are so easy. It irritates me. How do you not know? So what happens? Because of my irritation, it makes me easy to what? It makes me passionate to tell you, this is how you get women. This is what you need to do in the bedroom. This is what you need to do outside the bedroom. Your passion is tied into what irritates. I might have to do a separate video on that. I am. As a matter of fact, I will shoot another video on that. It's tied to what irritates you. If this is making sense to you, let me know in the chat room. Let me know in the chat room if this is making sense to you. When you find your passion, find out what irritates you. This is makes sense. Good. This is Lord. You probably hear me say this again, but shout out to everybody. Peace. I'm about to go this time because I got to take care of some business. I got to shower, make sure people are okay. But I'm out. Peace.